Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Some respects to Prabhupada. Okay, I will start because I think that we are streamed. Could you please make me a co-host? I just sent the request. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Shrimvantanspa Katha Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtanaham, Kridyantastu Hibadrani, Vidunoti Suhir Satam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, the super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses the desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtues, when properly heard and chanted. Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. We continue with Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 25, Lord Krishna leaves Govardhan Hill. We will cover verses 9 to 13. Text 9. Vidyotamana vidyuvihim standanta stanayat nubi devrair marud ganarnuna vavrishur jala sarkaraham. Synonyms. Vidyotamanaha, being illuminated. Vidyuvihim, by bolts of lightning. Stanantaha, roaring. Stanayat nubihi, with thunder. Tibrahe, fearsome. Madhub ganai, by the wind gods. Nunaha, propel. Vavrashu, they pour down. Jalla Sharkaraha, hailstones. Translation. Propelled by the fearsome wind gods, the clouds blaze with lightning bolts and roar with thunders as they hurl down hailstones. Purport. Srila Siddhartha Swami explains that the word Madhudganai indicates the 7 great winds, such as Avaha, who presides over the region of Bhuvarloka, and Prabhaha, who holds the planets in their place. Text 10. Stuna Stula Vashandhadam Munjatva Avras Avikshanaham Jolaghe Plavamana Nadrishyata Nato Natam. Synonyms. Stuna, like columns. Stulaha, massive. Varshadara, downpours of rain. Munj katsu, releasing. Abreshu, the clouds. Avikshanashaha, incessantly. Jala ogahe, by the flood of water. Ployamana, being submerged. Buhu, the earth. Na adrishyata, could not be seen. Natau natam, low or high. Translation. As the clouds released torrents of rain as thick as massive columns, the earth was submerged in the flood, and high ground could no longer be distinguished from low. Text 11. Atya asharati vatena pasavo jata vepanaha gopa gopyascha sitartha govindam sharanam yayu. Synonyms. Ati ashara, by the excessive rainfall. Ati vatena, and the excessive wind. Pashavaha, the cows and other animals. Jata vepanaha, trembling. Gopaha, the cow men. Gopya, the cow ladies. Cha, also. Sita, by the cold. Artaha, distress. Govindam, to Lord Govinda. Sharanam, for shelter. Yayu, they went. Translation. The cows and other animals shivering from the excessive rain and wind, and the cowherdsmen and ladies, pained by the cold, all approached Lord Govinda for shelter. Text 12. Shira sutamscha kayena prachadya sarapedita vipanama bhagavata padamulam upayayu. Synonyms. Shiraha, their heads. Sutan, their children. Cha, and Kayana, by their bodies. Prachadya, covering. Ashara Pedita, distressed by the rainfall. Vipamanaha, trembling. Bhagavata, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Padamulam, the base of the lotus feet. Upayayu, they approach. Translation. Trembling from the distress brought about by the severe rainfall and trying to cover their heads and calves with their own bodies, the cows approached the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 13. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tvannatham Gokulam Prabhu Tatratum Aharshidevamna Kopitad Vaktavatsalam. Synonym. Krishna Krishna, O Krishna Krishna, Mahabhagava, O all-fortunate one, Dvatnatham, whose master is yourself, Gokulam, the community of cows, Prabhu, O Lord, Tratum Arhasi, kindly protect, Devat, from the demigod Indra, Naha, us, Kupitat, who is angry, Bhaktavatsala, O you, who are very affectionate to your devotees. Translation. The cowherd men and women address the Lord, Krishna, Krishna, O most fortunate one, please deliver the cows from the wrath of Indra. O Lord, we are so affectionate to your devotees. Please save us also. Purport. At the time of Lord Krishna's birth, Ganga Muni had predicted, Anina Sarva Durgani Yuyam Anyas Tarishyata. Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 8, Text 16. By His grace, you will easily cross beyond all difficulties. The residents of Vrindavan were confident that in such a great emergency, Lord Sri Narayan would empower Krishna to protect them. They accepted Krishna as everything, and Krishna reciprocated their love. Om Gyanatiram Dasya Gyananjala Shalakaya Chakshurumiritam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Ye Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Good morning, Hare Krishna. Thank you for the opportunity to share Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Monday we talk about the meaning of this chapter and how Indra's anger was not ordinary display of frustration, but rather he was blinded by pride and consumed by the desire to defend his prestige and thinking that he was the top boss, the supreme person. And so he unleashed the devastating Samvartaka clouds. So these are the same clouds that are reserved for cosmic destruction. So we can just imagine. We live in the desert and we have pretty severe monsoon, right, from time to time. And it causes devastation. Now we can just imagine this kind of clouds and thunder and wind just devastating everything. And so, driven by these fierce winds, and the sky erupted with lightning and thundering and hailstones. So torrents of rains, like is described by what time the columns of rain pour down, and so dense that the entire landscape disappeared beneath the flood. And so the distinction between high and low ground vanished. So this probably symbolizing how overwhelming life's trials can become. In a moment, everything the residents of Vrindavan had delivered on seemed to disappear. Everything that they had, house, everything, not visible anymore. This scene could remind us that material security can vanish unexpectedly. Career, health, relationships, financial stability, or even our carefully laid plans can change overnight. So, like the floodwaters covering the land, life's changes can blur our perspective and making it difficult to see a way forward. Even the cows, birds, all of the residents of Vrindavan were overwhelmed by the cold, by the wind, by the lightning, by the thunder, by the rain. Yet their first instinct was not to panic or blame. Oh, Krishna, because of you, Indra has now sent this devastating rain. No, their first instinct was run to Krishna. The cows were unable to protect even their own calves. They tried to shield them with their own bodies before approaching the lotus feet of the Lord. And this beautiful message reflects the natural affection of a parent willing to shelter or suffer to protect the child. But ultimately, they recognize that only Krishna could provide complete shelter. The Vrajavasis also turn to Krishna with full faith, and this is key. Garga Muni had foretold at Krishna's birth that by his grace you will easily cross beyond all difficulties. So throughout their lives, they had experienced Krishna's protection again and again and again. Therefore, this unprecedented calamity struck, when Indra releases the rain and wind, so they did not lose hope. They approached Krishna with complete dependence and praying, Krishna, Krishna, he says, you are so affectionate to your devotees. Please save us. So they were hopeful. They were helpless, but they were not hopeful. But they were not hopeless. This reminds me of my Guru Maharaj, his holiness Niranjana Swami. He had beautiful say that a devotee can at times feel helpless, but not hopeless. Helpless, but not hopeless. Why? Because although we may be facing difficult situations, our hope is that the Lord in one way or other will come to protect us, because we know that the Lord is right there with us, within our heart. So we may feel alone, but we are not lonely. Now, protection does not necessarily mean that all our troubles will be gone, or that He will help us from a big calamity. Of course He can, the Supreme Lord. However, real protection is to always remember Him, to never forget Him, particularly when we're about to cross or we're about to be tested for the last time. Because let's not forget that our real identity is eternal. So we will need that help when we depart from the material world. Now, this lesson is very profound because of the way that the Brajavasis are praying. They did not approach Krishna because they had exhausted other options. They approached him because he was always their first and only shelter. Their relationship with him was built on trust, not convenience. So every single item of this lila is very helpful to us to understand how we approach, who we approach, and at the same time how others approach us too. It's trust, again, not convenience. How often do we do the opposite? We first rely in our own intelligence, abilities, finances, influence, or very carefully planning. If I plan like this, the result has to be this. No, that's an expectation. And we cannot have expectations because we do not control the results. We are not the controllers. We are just have to do our duty and the best we can, under the best, according to our time, place, and circumstances. Right? Our very best will vary. Maybe our very best at 5 o'clock in the morning is one, but by 8 o'clock, it's totally different. But again, when we expect, that means that we think that we can control the results. So we need to turn to Krishna. The residents of Braja teaches that genuine surrender is not merely asking for help when everything else has failed. Oh, Krishna, well, I tried this, I tried that, but you are my last resource. No. It is recognizing that from the very beginning, that Krishna as supreme, his everything depends on his mercy. Nothing moves, nothing happens without his will. That doesn't mean that we have to blame Krishna for things that happen because of our own mistakes or the ways we act. Why did Krishna allow this war to happen? Why did Krishna allow these people to suffer? No, it's not Krishna. It's by the people who are actually making decisions, thinking that they are the controllers, supreme controllers or doers. It's not Krishna. Darkness is the absence of light. Light is equated with intelligence. So in darkness times, dark situations, that means that the light of God is missing. So for people who be in darkness, what can you do? Krishna is right there. He's right in our heart. He's in every single living entity. So if we choose to listen to Krishna, we have to turn the light on. That's wonderful. Krishna is going to guide us. But when we say, I don't need you, I'm supreme, I reign supreme, and whatever I say it goes, that's ignorance. And that is darkness. And for that, we don't blame Krishna, because Krishna has given us independence. He has given us free will. And we have discussed many times, free will, we either use it, misuse it, or abuse it. It's not Krishna. It's our it's our will. It's what we choose to do or not to do. So again, everything depends on Krishna's mercy. And we also have to understand, really, that we are not controllers. We, again, expectations, no expectation. We offer the results to Krishna. Of course, it's better said than done, right? But sometimes Krishna, many times, I'll say, Krishna allows storms to enter our lives, not as punishment, but as opportunities to deepen our dependence upon him. Just as he allowed Indra's pride to manifest. Why? So that he could ultimately be purified. He cut his ego, his pride. So he may allow difficulties, and that will probably uncover our own attachments, our own fears, and false sense of control. Teaching opportunities, but sometimes we don't get it, and we keep falling and falling and falling. So these challenges kind of invite us to ask an important question. Where do I seek shelter when everything around me is shaken? The Vrajavasis answer that question with their actions. It's not only talking the talk, it's actually what is the action that we are taking. They ran to Krishna without hesitation. They trusted his love. Trust. Oh, trust is a wonderful gift. But when that trust is betrayed, it takes a long time to earn it back. But over here, the Vrajavasis trusted Krishna's love more than their own ability to solve the problem. We also have the example of Draupadi, right? We remember that when none of the Pandavas or even Bhishma Deva were able to protect her, then she tried to protect herself, right, holding on to her side. And with no result. Finally, when she called upon Krishna, he immediately delivered. He protected her. And when Draupadi later on asked him, so why took you so long to come? And Krishna was like, well, you first called your husbands, then you called Bhishma, you called everybody there. But then you remember me. And when you asked for my protection, I came and I protected you. So this is the essence of bhakti. Faith is not the absence of storms. It is unwavering confidence that whatever storm we face, Krishna reminds us that he is our eternal protector, that he is our best friend. So we sincerely take shelter of his lotus feet. We may not always remove he may not always remove the difficult situations immediately, but he will always give us the strength, the guidance, and the mercy to cross over, to move beyond that, to learn, and to act with purpose. And the next verses reveal the extraordinary way that Krishna responds to the complete surrender of his devotees with without any effort and with so much grace and unlimited compassion. He performs one of the most celebrated miracles in all of his pastimes, demonstrating that those who take shelter of him are never abandoned. So let's really have faith. Let's remember the Lord. That is our protection. Have that firm faith, not that conviction that yes, the Lord is there, not simply ritualistic activities. Rituals and things like that are okay, and they are helping us to kind of bring our mind, heart, and thought of the Lord. But it is so much more when we connect to the Lord. So much more. So it's important that we keep again faith, strengthen our faith. And how we strengthen our faith? We strengthen our faith with through devotee association, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is non different from Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of Krishna. So the more we read, the more we associate with devotees, more we discuss Krishna Katha, the more we are connected, we have faith, and we develop our the right vision. What is the right vision? It's not this. It's this. This is the right vision. Hearing, being in touch, being in contact with devotees, where our topics are just about Krishna. That doesn't mean that we just have to be calm chanting and forget about work and forget about everything. No, we have to make sure that whatever we do, whatever is at work or at homes and everything, we put Krishna at the center of our lives. Krishna at the center of everything. It's not dealing with devotees is easier. Well, many times it's easier. Sometimes it can be just the way our fingers are different. We have different perspectives, and we always have to be respectful. But the more challenging times is when we are not around devotees, or when we are not around people who are, pro spirituality or pro faith, etc. And we have to navigate, and for that we have to be respectful too. We cannot go and chastise, oh no, this person is he doesn't have faith. This person is not a vegetarian. This person is not wearing this. This person, no, because what are we doing? If we know better, we will be careful not to point fingers and find faults at somebody else. Because just remember, when we point out somebody and we try to find their faults, there are so many that we have. We need to work on ourselves first, and be kind, and be what Srila Prabhupada said. How did Prabhupada always sign? Shri Radha Madhava Hari Ki Jai. He always signed, "Your ever well wisher," right? So let's learn from our acharyas, from our spiritual masters, for great devotees. So be well wishers and understand that Krishna is there. give Krishna a chance, to speak out. He's right there. He's right there in our heart. And be kind and always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. Thank you very much for the opportunity again to serve this morning Srimad Bhagavatam for my own purification. Panchakalpatarupyascha kripa sindhuveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
धन्यवाद माताश्री। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु, कैसे हैं आप लोग ठीक है?
और सुंदर कथा।
वेरी गुड।
गोवर्धन लीला इंद्रदेव का इंद्रदेव का डांटा बात को सुनना पड़ रहा है। और कृष्णा को डांट रहा है ना?
Yeah, trust, right? The Brajavasis, they trust.
समुंदर बना दिया, थोड़ा परेशान कर दिया
ब्रजवासियों को श्री कृष्ण पर पूर्ण विश्वास था ना,
थोड़ा छीन के लिए
no? So the trust, faith, trust is very important. Okay, conviction, love, the faith, how can I put it? Nothing happened without the mercy of the Lord. The Master.
We have some internet problems today.
Can you hear me? Okay. I don't know if you're...
We had internet problems today.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, because it's coming in and out. So
Yes.
we're just trying to tell him that nothing happens without the mercy of Krishna. And the Brajavasis had complete faith in the Lord. So in the same way, we need to do that as well.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Nice class. What happened to Namapriya?
Not today was my turn.
Friday.
Yeah, today's Friday. I get after I came back from India. Did you disconnect or still live?